My name is Ben Domain, Managing Editor with WestfordCAT, and here's the March 10th edition of WestfordCAT News. Several projects have been recommended for approval by the Community Preservation Committee ahead of annual town meeting this March. These projects include nearly $3.5 million in requests for 8 projects.
The total recommended projects paid with the cash in the CPA funds that we have was $3,481,608. So we have enough money without borrowing, without bonding, without doing anything to pay for the projects that we're recommending.
$30,000 was recommended for the Westford Museum Handicapped Accessibility Plan. This project would conduct an accessibility and design study to expand access to the second floor and create an accessible restroom. $190,000 was recommended for the Conservation Trust Fund.
$190,000 from the undesignated fund balance for the Conservation Trust Fund for future open space land purchases, any other related costs. They've come back most every year.
$4,208 was recommended for the June Kennedy Oral Histories Digitization Project. $60,000 was recommended for the supplemental funding for the O'Brien Farm Footbridge Project. This project previously received approximately $37,000 in funding at a 2021 annual town meeting and approximately $28,000 Mass Trails grant with a local match of approximately $17,000. $163,000 was recommended for the restoration of the Parish Center for Arts bell tower, bell cradle, and window project. Additional enhancements will include emergency exit doors and fire escape stairs. $2.2 million was recommended for the Stony Brook Track Rehabilitation Project. This total was reduced from $2.32 million. According to an application for Director of Facilities Jeff Goodwin, the condition of the existing track is, quote, a real safety concern and impairs our town and school district to safely host track and field events. $725,000 was recommended for the Nabnasset Playground Project. The town has already secured $100,000 in state funding for the project. The project would eliminate both existing playgrounds and create a larger one. The new playground would be ADA compliant and located in the field adjacent to the school. $89,400 was recommended for a comprehensive condition assessment for the First Parish United Church. Additionally, some projects were withdrawn or deemed ineligible for funds. An application for funding for the American Legion's Fields project was withdrawn, while requests for the Conservation Commission and Conservation Recreation Management Plan and an Open Space and Recreation Plan update were deemed ineligible for funding. A $510,000 request to replace the tennis courts at the Road and Bush Community Center was not recommended by the committee. The committee received 12 applications, totaling $10,333,608.
We received 12 applications, the most in all the years that I've been sitting on the board. The amount was $10,333,608.
The town of Westford has named 2 new assistant town managers. In an email to town staff and board and committee members obtained by WestfordCAT, Town Manager Kristen Last named Director of Land Use Management Jeffrey Morissette and Mike Edwards, current Public Services Manager at the UMass Boston Collins Center, as the town's new assistant town managers. Jeffrey Morissette will begin his role as the Assistant Town Manager for Land Use and Economic Development on March 18th, while Edwards will begin his role as Assistant Town Manager for Strategic Operations on March 25th. Morissette's role will not be backfilled. Last says the move for 2 assistants is, quote, budget neutral. According to the Town of Westford's pay classification plan approved in 2023, the Director of Land Use Management and the Assistant Town Manager fall within the same salary range, between approximately $118,000 to approximately $148,000 per year. According to a state payroll database updated by the legislature every 2 weeks, Edwards currently makes $108,000 per year at his current role. A copy of former Town Manager Eric Heidemann's contract was not immediately available at the time of reporting. However, the town of Westford spent approximately $141,000 on the Assistant Town Manager role in FY24, less than $147,000 budgeted for the role. The town has budgeted $149,893 for the role in FY25. Voters took to the polls to pick several key seats in their preferred political party's race. Joe Biden received the most votes on the Democratic ballot, while former Governor of South Carolina Nikki Haley received the most votes on the Republican ballot in Westford. 30%, or 5,614 Westford voters participated in the election out of 18,802 registered voters in town. That's all for this week. I'm Ben Domain, and you're watching WestfordCAT News.